Hi. Are you having fun with all of the good stuff from the new mini catalog? I am. I'm just having such a great time playing with all of the products. So today I'm here to show you another one of the products. It's called Humble Home, and I hope you enjoy it. But before I do my demonstration, I just wanted to explain I'm coming to you a little bit early today because today is my sister's birthday, my sister Katrina. She is my favorite sister, but of course, she is my only sister. And so my sister is also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She is with my team, and she jokingly says, and I don't mind sharing it because she says it all the time, she is an organized hoarder. So she collects things. So whenever I need something, whether it's a stamp or paper or whatever, whether it's foam for the floor or wood to cover something, she has it because she is a collector of everything, but she organizes it so she knows where to find it. So for my sister Trine, happy birthday. We hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm a little bit early today so that we could take her out to lunch. So that's why I'm coming to you a little bit before 12 o'clock. So whether you're watching me live, you're here with me, you managed to catch it, or you're catching me on the replay, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join me. All right, so I am just going to put this on mute because I unmuted it for a training I did the other day. All right, so let me go ahead and change to my work screen. And as another reminder to everybody, tomorrow we are doing our open house at the Sinahanya Mayor's Complex. It's not too late to join. We still have room, but if you plan on joining us, please, please, please let me know as soon as possible because we have to prep everything in advance. So we need to make sure that we have enough kits packets for you. So hopefully you can join us. And for those of you who have signed up, don't forget to join us tomorrow. What promises to be a fun afternoon of crafting, companionship, food, and prizes. Yay! Can't forget about the prizes, right? All right, so let me go ahead and show you the stamp set that I'm going to be working on today. It's called Humble Home, and it does come in a bundle. So this bundle is a combination of a stamp and a punch, right? I love these punches. I mean, if I could get away with using punches for all of my projects, I would because they're just so easy. Okay, and I wanted to show you. So I read somewhere that if I wanted to get rid of the glare, because I always have trouble with the glare from my light, just put a piece of vellum. So that's what is here, the vellum, and it works, right? Man, I love these tips that other people share with me, right? Okay, so let me get everything out that I'm going to be using for my card. So I have things already prepped. So I have a very vanilla card base. And then I have to apologize, you guys. This is retired paper. This is from last Christmas, The Lights Aglow. I don't know what happened, but I just didn't order paper. I placed several orders, and for some reason, Christmas paper just wasn't part of my order. So I had to revert to something that I already had on hand. So that's why I'm using the Christmas Glow. So I'm using this cut to 4 and 5 and a quarter. That's going to be the front panel. And this DSP happens to come like this. So it's actually 2 squares and 2 circles, and I just cut it in 4. So this is what I'm going to be using also as my layer. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that there. And I'm going to start off by stamping the house. And I'm just going to use Black Memento ink. Sorry, when I put things on the glass mat, it does tend to make noise. All right, so I've got that down. Let's put this aside. I'm just going to give it a second to dry. And then also the stamp set comes with a stamp for the roof. So I'm going to use soft suede for this. Because it's a Christmas card, I wanted to use, Christmas light colors. And I'm just going to match it up here. All right. I don't always get it straight, especially when I'm doing it live on camera, but I managed to get it straight. Yay, for me. Okay. There also are things that you can stamp on the inside, but I'm not going to do that, and I'll tell you why in a second. So one of the things I'm going to stamp is, where is that piece? Did I not? Okay, hang on. Let me find it. I was just using it a second ago. Where did it go? And here I am thinking that I have my act together. Okay. I can't even find the set of stamps. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Did I put it back? I did. Shame on me. I'm looking for this piece here. Okay, so let me mount it. When I did this card originally, because this is meant to be like for the door and the window, I stamped it like this, but it just didn't seem to match. Maybe I did it the wrong way. Maybe I did. Because it's supposed to be able to fit, right? Okay. All right, but let me show you what I did. Okay. I need to get cherry cobbler for this. And I know I got my pieces out. There you go, sorry. Okay, I'm not going to stamp this with cherry cobbler. I'm going to stamp it with black memento. Is that going to work? Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going back to my original plan of stamping it with cherry cobbler. I don't know why I was thinking that the plan was for that when it wasn't. And then sometimes, you know me, I change things on the fly and it doesn't quite work out. So really I should just stick to the plan, right? Okay. Let me stamp it right there. There. That looks how it's supposed to look like. Okay. Then I'm going to get my punch. And I'm going to punch this out. Just make sure everything is aligned. Hopefully I got that right on the camera. And there you go. So not only does it punch out the house, but then it also punches out this square, which you can use for this thing over here. So I did that earlier, but I just didn't like, it didn't quite fit so well. So I'm just going to hand cut that out instead of using the punch. I'm just going to get my pieces all cut and set here because I wanted it to be a little bit tighter than how the punch punches it out. I just found that it was still a little bit too big for what I wanted. So I figured if I cut it out, it'll get the size that I want a little bit better. There you go. Did you guys take advantage of the free shipping? I hope you did. That was such a good deal. I don't know about you, but I saved like, I saved like $51 in shipping. That's quite a bit of savings. So I ordered some of the gifts that I'm going to be giving out for my stamping bingo. And I know some of you, you participate in my stamping bingo. I'm still getting all the information together, but to give you a little bit of a heads up, it's going to be on October 26th, which is a Saturday, and it's going to be from 10 to 12:30, and it's going to be online. So, so you don't have to do it in person. Okay, what else do I need to do? So I've got that, and then I am going to stamp my sentiment. It's like, okay, I know I'm missing something. Let me get my paper back here. And I'm going to stamp welcome. Is it welcome? No, I think it's Merry Christmas. I swear, I thought I had everything all set. And then it's not where it's supposed to be. That's what happens for going on early and not double checking everything. I did, or I thought I did. There we go. Merry Christmas. Here it is. Right here. So I'm going to stamp this in cherry cobbler. I just love cherry cobbler for Christmas. You know what? To be honest, I prefer it a lot more than real red. Okay. Do it like that. Yay! Hopefully that's straight when I go to cut it out. Okay. Now, I'm going to, before I start putting everything together, I'm going to die cut this, and I'm going to show you a trick that I use, or that you can use. So the Merry Christmas is actually kind of small, right, for the dies. So this is the deckled rectangle dies. Now see how much bigger the die is compared to the stamp. So there is something that you can do about that. You know what, let me cut this down just to make sure it fits in the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm going to put this down like that, try to center it. Hopefully it doesn't move. I should have brought I'm so used to cutting on my my cutter, and it has a magnetic plate, so I don't have to worry about it moving. But when I use my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, I use the what do you call it? The washi tape. Okay, now let me put it over here because the vellum is not making it move. Oh, hello. That needs to go down. Okay. Let's try it this way. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to put it back like this. Hopefully it's still in the camera. And then this time around, I'm just going to take this edge piece and I'm going to put it here to kind of match where I want it to be for the sentiment. And I'm going to run it through again. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the backing of this. So this is the smallest one, and then this one is the second to the smallest. Okay. You notice I'm just turning that around so that I don't waste any of the paper. And I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just going to cut it out for now. My sister always cringes when I do this on air, when I don't do any measuring and I just kind of eyeball it, because she's a very precise stamper. I'm not. To me, as long as it looks like it's the right, the right measurement, like, okay, I'm good with that. I think you can also say I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to that too. There's some truth. So I'm just going to put this down like this, and then I'm going to get the die. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to eyeball it to how big I think I want it to be. Oops. Okay. It's okay if that one moves. As long as the cherry cobbler doesn't move, then I'm okay. It's nice having that vellum here so that it doesn't have the glare, but my goodness, it moves around so much. Alrighty. I think I have my pieces. Let me put this aside. I think it moved a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I can live with that. All right, so let me go ahead and adhere it. I'm going to use my Tombow glue. There you go. And I think I have all my pieces ready. So now I'm going to put it together. So I'm just going to layer things. So I'm going to put down this designer series paper first. I like this because it has a little bit of gold and it looks like a tree a little. But remember, you can use any of your DSP. The beauty of this stamp is that really you can use any color with it. I'm only using these colors because I want it to be Christmas. I want it to be like Christmas. Okay, and then this is going to go here. But I think what I'm going to do, let me assemble these things first because I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. Okay, so let me put my door, my cherry cobbler door, and I'm just going to cover it like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the window. But because the window is so small, if you guys don't already have a pair of tweezers, for you to use when you craft, I recommend that you get tweezers and then just use it specifically for your crafting. So I don't use these to pluck my eyebrows. This is specifically for crafting. Because some of the pieces are small and I've got big hands. That sometimes get in the way of what I want to do. And I'm just going to put it in between here. Like so. I've tried doing the stamping, like I mentioned to you earlier, and it didn't quite fit, but I have a feeling that I just didn't orient the stamp correctly. I should have done it the other way. Instead, I did it the wrong way, and that's why it didn't. I'll show you the card where it didn't quite fit as well as it should have, and that's totally my fault. And I'm going to put this on this pretty, pretty paper. Love this paper. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card. Try to make sure that it's in the right place. And then I'm going to put this on dimensionals as well. There's just something about dimensionals that just really makes the card pop, I think. I think I may have mentioned this before, but one of the demonstrators in Australia, Kylie Bertucci, her husband Bruno also helps her with her stamping. And Bruno is a dimensional fanatic. He puts so many dimensionals. So here I'm putting 2, right? Bruno will probably put like 4 or 5 in here. But these things are actually pretty strong. It's not sticking because I didn't take out the backing for one of them. Like, hey, what's going on here? I could feel it. It's not sticking. And there you go. If I wanted to, I can also insert a ribbon here, a cherry cobbler ribbon, and I just didn't think to get it in advance. Now I could see it's a little bit crooked here. But you know what? The person who's going to receive it probably won't even see it, won't even care. It's usually just us, the creator of our cards, and we tend to be a little bit more critical and we see things that are crooked and not quite right and we don't like it. But trust me, the person receiving it doesn't care. Okay, so here's the card that I just made, and let me show you the original card. So after I made this card, I went, it needs a little bit something more. And so that's why I decided to put a designer series paper in the back, right? You see the difference? This DSP really makes it pop. Okay, so that's one set of cards. And then I wanted to show you this one here. Oh, I think, let me show you this one. No, this is not the one. I'll show you the other card. So here, I just cut out several, punched out several houses, and I put it together, and this is the Nature's Die. I love that die set. And there's a stamp to make it look like a brick in the background, right? Another cute thing that you can add to the card. Okay, and then here's the one I was talking to you about. So this one I used the big, I forgot what this one, this is a big embossing folder. It's huge. So I used this, and then I changed the colors, and then I added the wreath that's part of the set, and then I just stamped Welcome Home. And then I used twine here. So this is the one I was talking about where I stamped it. I'll make it go close to the camera. So you could see that the stamp didn't quite fit the window. And I think it's because I just didn't put the stamp the right way. But you can't really see it when you look at the card. It doesn't show. Okay. And then another part of the stamp set is hearts. So you have hearts here, and then you also have for the tag. And then this one says, for the sweet gift. I should have gone over the sayings. Thank you for coming. Merry Christmas from our house to yours. I really like that. And this is perfect too if you want to give a card to someone who has a new home, or you're welcoming them back. I once had a realtor friend ask me if I can make cards for her customers, her clients, when they buy a new home. Okay, so here's another card that I did, and I used the in colors. Very simple. I made my own designer series paper using the stamps, and then I just cut a strip to fit here. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'll tell you how this card came about. So the card was already pre-cut, and it was in my stash, so I scored it at 4 1/4, and then after I scored it, I went, you know what, this is not cut the way it's supposed to be. But, I said, I'm just going to go with it, right? So that's why the card ended up being like this, is because when I scored it, I realized that I had probably cut a piece out earlier, and it's not the standard size, but it works out, right? So it was a happy mistake that turned out to be. Okay. All right. So these are the cards that I made. Hopefully I've inspired you to, to try this stamp bundle for yourself. I think it makes really cute cards. And if you have any questions, please feel to reach out to me. And if you are interested in attending the open house, we'd love to have you there. We always have such a great time, and all you have to do is reach out to me to register. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. I'll probably do a quick live tomorrow at the open house so that you can see what's going on. Bye, everyone.